Hey, love. Thank you so much for your patience. It's been a crazy 2 days for me. Super super busy. Um, literally just got back home. Um, alright. So what you need to know about your romantic life? The first thing that pops out here is patience and stillness in reverse. With have faith. Okay, new beginnings and opportunities in reverse. Connect to confidence out here. So for me, I really feel like not being super empowered in your solitude, not really believing that, you know, the perfect relationship is out there for you. If you're in a relationship now with someone, it really feels dry. It feels like it's real dead end kind of energy, or the both of you are not putting in any energy. Okay, and if you're not, then this really speaks to needing to court yourself, take care of yourself, show up for yourself the way that you want a partner to. There's a whole lot of of there being a lot of missed opportunity. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. Throat chakra has been going crazy since I got up in your energy. So working with the color blue is a really big thing to speak your truth, especially because you have this energy, this card of communication that's out here. For your second question, okay, so one, needing to be able to speak up, voice your needs in a connection, but communication not only being about speaking up, but also how you listen, how you receive, how you take accountability. I feel like there really is something about looking a little closer and into this. A lot of reflection energy coming through for me, hermit mode energy coming through for me, as I can hear my hermit crab up there in her cage moving. Okay, I literally heard her. I heard like the little gravel, whatever it is, move around. Heard her moving. Going to get a drink of water, probably. Okay, this energy. Okay, working your water magic and yeah, the fucking hermit crab is moving up there. Getting a drink of water, drinking your water with intention is a big one out here. So really writing your intentions, speaking your intentions into your water. This is a lot is coming out. A lot of this energy is out here collectively that we're doing this, okay? People are doing this. So this is programming your water, okay? Giving an offering to the earth. Even there's something about giving offerings, to the ancestors, or loving on the ancestors to help you call in the love that you want at this time in a partner, romantically, but also like friendships. Okay, so I know you want me to touch on romantic love, but all types of love wants to find you, that part. A lot of clear quartz coming through for me, programming clear quartz for what you wanted to do in terms of love or healing. I feel like it's important for healing issues around love, or pain that you have suffered, trauma you have suffered in connections. But there's something about you really taking personal inventory about in how you show up in relationships. How do I lose myself? How do I pour into connections, and more than I should, or more than I do for myself? How do I lose myself is a big one for me. Okay, how do I lose myself? I just keep hearing, how do I lose myself? How do I lose myself over and over and over again? There may be some other questions that you have to ask yourself. Am I not supportive enough? Am I overly supportive? Really, what comes with being loved by me? What comes with being loved by me? And when you really break it down, is it mediocre as fuck? Does not much come with it at all? Okay, is it real regular when it's all said and done? Do you got some Reggie and no shade, right? So you need to step your game up a little bit if you're gonna have a chance, really, being a part of a quality, relationship with somebody. If you don't improve, or are you that girl in a relationship, like, someone's dream girl, someone that they would love, absolutely anyone would love to be with, because of the way that you treat them, the way that you elevate their lives, the way that you make them feel good, make them feel better, add to their lives, add on, flow into their lives. I just feel like it's something about this, really asking yourself, for taking, really looking at the history, your relationships in the past. What were these people's lives like before you came into them, and what were they like when you left? Did you leave these people in better in a better condition than when you found them? Okay, were you left in better condition than when they found you, when you found them? Okay, are you attracting people who are broken, people that you have to heal, or you feel like you want to fucking heal but can't actually heal? That part. They gotta want to do the work. Healers hold space while others do the work. We support them while they do the work. But if somebody don't want to do the work, I can't heal you. That part. You know? Are you attracted to the broken? There's something about this. Healing family issues and romantic feelings. Whoever you're attracted to, being attracted to your mother or being attracted to your father, okay, their archetype, how they show up, people with their traits, okay, needed to look closer at this too. Keep finding myself in a relationship with my father. Keep finding myself in a relationship with my mother. There's something about this that feels familiar to me, feels, safe to me. Familiar chaos over unfamiliar peace, for sure. For sure. Needing to really know this about yourself. I feel like being really attracted to red flags. Needing to ask yourself why, or what that reminds you of, or where that started. Okay? Great teacher in reverse just tells me that you haven't necessarily learned from your past mistakes. You haven't necessarily learned from what you've done, and there's something about this shit. There's something about this. Haven't learned from what you did before. Haven't learned from, just feel like being a glutton for punishment, or putting yourself in situations that you're not supposed to be in. I feel like the Aquarian energy comes in and gets super restrictive with you. Okay? Isn't like Saturn in Aquarius right now, or Pluto in Aquarius, one of them. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. Off the top of my head, my mind is jumbled. But there's something about Aquarius coming in with the crazy restrictions. When you start doing things you're not supposed to be doing. But I feel like Spirit's saying, I don't necessarily feel like you have learned your lesson, because you're still not choosing the path of least resistance. Okay, when it comes to connections, you go towards or are more attracted to people that are red flags, or that you have to pour into more than they can pour into you, or you have to heal, or literally, I feel like, give you the bare minimum of fucking breadcrumb. You connect to confidence out here, okay? A lot of this having to do some mirror work, loving on yourself, building your confidence, because, you don't know you the prize. Anyway, when it comes to your career, this was a really interesting energy, because I kept hearing if there is something specifically that you have been thinking about doing, or if you want to know if something is going to work out as it is, or specifically trying to get another job, it's a no. Or you will apply for a job potentially, it ends up being a no. Okay, I don't know what this is, but you end up going for something right now, and it's too safe. It plays to, you're playing it too safe, or it doesn't allow you to step out into your own. Joy in reverse. You're on the right path is in reverse. Okay, you are supported in reverse. Worthiness and receptivity. So I just feel like definitely being on the wrong path professionally at this time, not being supported where you're at. Okay, it doesn't bring you joy, doesn't bring you happiness. Heart guardian in reverse. Your heart is not in it. Okay, balance, spirituality, and practicality is out here from the Moonology deck. So I just feel like a big part is because you're not allowed to bring your spirituality into whatever you're doing professionally. Okay? Or the other way around. You have to, this may be your gift in some way, but you also have to be really practical about how to feed you, or add some value to it, to get some monetary gain. I feel like multiple truths existing, but a lot of this really being like, not being very much in the matrix, when you're far too magical for this. Worthiness and receptivity with create and express and endless abundance. If you want another direction that you're supposed to go in, you're supposed to work for yourself. It's scary as fuck to do so. It's scary as fuck to give yourself all. But, compassion and unconditional love out here in reverse for whatever you're currently doing, or whatever the direction is that you've currently been going in to make money, professionally. I feel like I just feel like it's giving me job, not purpose, not career, not something that you absolutely love. And you have to change that. And I feel like a lot of suffering if you don't. Your work never, your work never satisfying you. You're not being happy, potentially in life. The Ark of the Covenant, I wasn't even using this deck, but these two cards were inside this Moonology deck, and so I'm going to honor that. No, inside the Ancestors deck. I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to read them to you. The Ark of the Covenant came out in reverse. Okay, super loud. Reversed, it says, if there are legal dealings at issue, this card reverse could show a broken contract or a failed legal transfer. Be cautious with professionals who care for your investments and other things you value at this time. While they may not be seeking to do you harm, they could be more neglectful than they should be. Just feel like you another number, another body. Someone doesn't really care about you for real, for real. As significant as legal matters may seem, there is an even more important reference to you karmically. With this card reversed, the Ark of the Covenant is toppled, and you have broken your contract with higher self. Perhaps you've avoided your karmic work and put your higher purposes aside because you're too busy or it's too hard. Or you have knowingly chosen to be directed by your fears and emotional needs instead of what's best for you. In either event, it's time to wake up and renew your covenant. Not just in word, but in deed. Your life will simply not work until you do. Ha! Your life will simply not work until you do. I also really feel like there's something about you writing at this time, writing a book, being in communication, using your voice, somehow stepping up with this Queen of Scrolls card, but I've literally been hearing book the entire session, or this entire reading, okay? No, this came out upright, not reversed. Upright. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind who you may already know or have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to new level of wisdom and understanding. She could be a teacher to you in some way and offer a friendship that could develop into deeper love. The woman could be helpful to you in some project requiring communication. You may be an author, a marketer, or a publisher. If you're a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you or a woman in your life getting a position in a field related to communication or academics, such as counseling, teaching, marketing, and publishing. This card indicates a phase of deepening, understanding, and readiness to learn. It's the perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning. And Jupiter just moved into Taurus. Whether it's mind, body, or spirit-centered, open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic Scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. Okay? Also, Jupiter just went into Taurus, and what I sent you is gonna make sense when you get it. But okay, but it's something about you really need to be intentional to work your magic and ground yourself, to ask yourself what you want, quiet yourself, balance spirituality and practicality before you can make a decision. You really have to sit with spirit. You really have to be intentional, to breathe deeply, to assess every part of the situation, to go into meditation. I feel like it's important for you to be really selfish at this time. Okay, something will be a no though, because you don't listen to me. It'll be a no, and then you'll have to bet on yourself, and then you'll be glad that you did. Love you.